privacy and a little fun added to it. And these are, I don't know if 10 or 11 predictions, Simpsons predictions. So I have to say that before we do the countdown, this is by no means any kind of political statement, although the predictions have a lot to do with that. I am not on one side or the other. I have my own mind, my own thoughts, my own ideas, and as you can probably imagine, my ideas are very different from one and the other, and then we kind of find some things that I agree with and others that I don't. So before you get angry and think this is some kind of political agenda, if you think this is going to upset you or trigger you in any way, please exit out of this video. This was a requested video for quite some time, so I thought I'd share it with you. I recorded this video earlier on today, so there's a ton of background noise. Right now, it's pitch dark where I am. It's kind of creepy, but it's very, very quiet for the most part. So I hope that all the little interruptions I had earlier on today are not too distracting. And before we start with today's video, I would love for you to leave a comment before you fall asleep. Give a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. By liking the video and commenting, you're helping spread this video around, and with the help or the push of the algorithm, more and more people will find it. So again, this video is about similarities in things that happened in The Simpsons and how later on part of it came true. I want you to really pay attention to this. Some things to me are a stretch. Some other ones, like the outfits, are crazy. Crazy similar. So I'll leave you with that. And please keep watching. Number 1. You can watch this prediction on season 11, episode 17, and it's about women attaining the highest position of power. Now, in March of the year 2000, the show kind of showed Lisa's future as being elected U.S. president and inheriting a budget crisis from Donald J. Trump. The Trump presidency, according to the writer Dan Greeny, was a quote-unquote warning to America. It was consistent with a vision of the country going insane. was kind of very similar to what Lisa's outfit in the episode from the year 2000. Despite her not being the president, the idea of the prophecy is that a woman is now in power, and she was wearing a very similar outfit to Lisa Simpson, which makes you wonder what kind of wardrobe is appropriate for women in power, I guess. Number 2, the rise of Gaga. Springfield residents enjoyed the Lisa Goes Gaga episode back in May of 2012. Apparently in this episode, which is season 23, episode 22, Lady Gaga took the stage to cheer up Lisa, who had been voted most unpopular student by her peers. So, Lady Gaga, in this trying to cheer her up, is suspended on cables, and she flies over the audience. And only 5 years later, the real Lady Gaga flew off the roof of Houston's NRG Stadium to perform in the Super Bowl halftime show, if you remember that. A lot of people believe that she must have been inspired by this. If you watch the episode and you watch what Lady Gaga was wearing, it looked similar, not exactly the same, but very shiny, and she's wearing boots, and in the episode this Lady Gaga was wearing wood boots, although she has 2 major, I don't know what they are, propellers as a bra in the episode, which really doesn't look like what Lady Gaga was wearing. Now, let's go to number 3, season 10, episode 2, The Real Genius. It was really the sensation of the year 2012 when scientists at CERN in Geneva found a Higgs particle named after Peter Higgs. And this, in case you don't know, is the scientist who suggested in the 60s that it might exist. But in 1998, in the episode titled The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, Homer was doing this equation, or given this equation, I can't remember, that predicted the particle's mass. I mean, this is no joke. Science author Simon Singh can't believe it, because Homer made the prediction long before it was discovered. And if you work out this equation, you get a mass that's only a bit larger than Higgs boson actually is. This is completely nuts to me. I don't know much about the Higgs particle. I don't know much about math equations, but I can tell you that Homer writing and working this equation in this episode, it's nothing but weird and hilarious at the the same time. Now this one is season 20 and season 32, which is kind of weird, but it's in both. And it is this special Halloween episode, okay, where the Simpsons were kind of predicting the US election problems. Back in 2008, Homer was trying to vote for Barack Obama, but the voting machine, I remember this episode, kept switching his vote to John McCain, and he was very frustrated with it. 4 years later, a real video emerged of this voting machine changing a vote for Obama to Mitt Romney. But again, this is kind of 2 in 1 to get us to our 10. In the Tree House of Horror, number 31, I guess. It's about the 2020 election opener. Here, Homer is undecided on who to vote or whom to vote, and ends up sleeping through election day. And he gets up and says, "Hey, how bad could it be?" We don't get to really see who won, but the next scenes shows Springfield in burning ruins on Inauguration Day. And Homer ends up going on his roof armed with a shotgun as robots and enforcers kind of are roaming the streets, and some people say that this is a preview of January 6, 2021. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go with number 6, which is season 10, episode 5. And in the year 1998, there's an episode called When You Wish Upon a Star. A script for this episode. It was produced at a 20th Century Fox studio. But the logo seen outside the building says at the bottom, a division of Walt Disney. And what do you know? On December 14th, 2017, Disney purchased 21st Century Fox, along with a film studio as well. So it kept the 20th in its name, and I think it was a $52 billion purchase. So at that time, guess what? Disney also acquired The Simpsons. This is completely nuts. Now let's go to number 7, right? Yes. Is it 7? I lost count. The Trump Oracle, that's what they call it. In March of the year 2000, Bart has a vision of the future. And Lisa is president and trying to solve a financial crisis created by the previous president, Donald Trump. Now, this episode, it's funny and attracted attention when Donald Trump was elected in November 2016. And the episode that aired 5 days later, Bart writes, "Being right sucks" on the chalkboard. And the prediction is not only that Donald Trump is there, but he's wearing the same outfit. He is, waving and going down the stairs. It's just very, very similar. Now let's go to the next prediction, and it's season 6, episode 19. And in the 1995, in the year 1995, the DVD was invented. I didn't know that, but now I know when I read this article. So SMS made it impossible for cell phone to send and receive text messages, and Microsoft introduced the Internet Explorer web browser. So in the Lisa's wedding episode, more advances in technology are envisioned, and Lisa visits a fortune teller who shows her how her life will be 15 years later. During this flash forward sequence, Lisa's finance speaks into a device that looks like a smartwatch. The interesting thing is that the Apple Watch was released in the year 2015. Now, in the next one, we're going to season 4, like super old season, and episode 21, when the Springfield residents are all excited about buying a juicer that is made in Osaka, Japan. But apparently something happens where they are packaging these products, and somebody at the factory gets the flu. So they packed the juicer sent to Springfield with the virus inside. Soon the town is overwhelmed by the Osaka flu. Now in this episode, Marge is exhausted, and she is taking care of her sick family, and she forgets to pay one of her items at the Quickie Mart, and eventually she's arrested for shoplifting. That's the Marge in Chains episode from 1993. Now fans always draw parallels, and it kind of, in this situation, compare what happened in this episode with the coronavirus and the coronavirus that, how do I say this, allegedly started in Wuhan, China. Again, this is just a parallel, and of course this happened in 2020. So the episode was also featuring killing bees, which, if you remember, we had the Hornet issue in 2022, and it kind of goes with the same timeline, which is completely crazy. I remember here in the Pacific Northwest, it was a big thing. Okay, so we have only 2 more. Season 5, episode 10. When Springfield ended up when they legalized gambling. If you remember, Mr. Burns opens a casino, and he hires like these celebrities. And in this episode, in the year 1993, titled Springfield with a $sign as an S, these performers, Gunter and Ernest, they bring a tiger that mauls them. In 2003, Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy was injured by the duo's white tiger, Montecore, this was during a performance at the Mirage Casino, which again, it's crazy because they were wearing almost the same outfits, and you know, they both had a white tiger. It just, I guess there's a chance, but with this many episodes you can find a parallel, I guess. Finally, for season 21, episode 12, Marge and Homer decided to go ice skating, but they find themselves with their local team instead. So they become so in love with the sport that they ended up going to the 2010 Olympics and winning a gold medal against Sweden, which is one of the world's best curling nations. Now, 8 years later, or 8 years after the Boys Meets Girl episode, the US men team defeated the Sweden at the 2018 Winter Olympics and brought home the gold. Which some of these are like, okay, eventually it was going to happen. What are the chances that they will always lose to Sweden despite them being amazing and always winning? But it's a sport. It's, you know, new people compete in new Olympics. So really, I thought that was kind of a stretch, but now it's incredible, all the information that really aligns. And if I'm being honest with you, it's, you know, setting aside whatever you think politically, and you know, because a lot of them are politically related, or you know, just to me, what really caught my eye is the similarity when people are involved, that they are caught at the same like angle, same scene, like Trump going down the stairs, but they have exactly the same outfit. This tiger attack, the people wearing the white, I guess it's not that uncommon, but it's crazy. The equation, are you kidding me? What? And coming from Homer, that if you ever watch the show, he is not the smartest man alive. That's kind of crazy. The deal of the century with Disney buying 20th Century Fox. I'm just amazed by the similarities in what these people are wearing in real life compared to the episode that happened 20 years before, 10 years before, whatever before. If you don't believe in predictions, which I don't think the Simpsons are predicting the future, I think in my head it all comes back to there's only so many things possible in this world. There's only so many colors. There's also just so many outfits appropriate for different activities, and they just happen to have a similar color. I guess this is people that, Dan, the writer of The Simpsons, he has a great imagination, and if you can imagine it, it can happen whether you like it or not. My husband is in the background, so it's my cue to say thank you so much